Hey, good morning. It's Coach Michael Burt. Happy Labor Day to you, folks. 7:02 on Monday of Labor Day. And I just stepped over to my office for just a minute as we're getting the day started and sent my message out. I send a message out every 5 days a week, no matter what day it is, no matter if it's holiday, not holiday. And I just sent my message out to everybody. And I sent a message out about work becoming a distribution channel for your talents. Okay? Good morning, Daniel Hodges. So I think you guys are going to like this one because today's Labor Day. And if you go back and study, I think why we created the holiday of Labor Day, it was because people worked a lot and they needed time off. Okay? And I can relate to that because when I was a basketball coach, Steve, we wouldn't take time off. Okay, because we always felt like our competitors were getting ahead of us. So we never took any time off. So they implemented what was called a mandatory dead period. And that dead period was 2 weeks where we weren't supposed to work. Okay, so I'm going to talk a little bit about Labor Day today because I actually believe work could be and should be a distribution channel for your talents. Okay, I see work as a vehicle. And that vehicle is where you place your talents in. Just like you get in a car every morning and you drive to work. I actually see work as that vehicle. Okay, and you take your knowledge and your skill and your desire and your confidence. That would be 4 different intelligences. IQ, knowledge. PQ, skill. EQ, emotional quotient, pray drive. And SQ, spiritual quotient. And you distribute your gifts and talents that were given to you at birth. If you were given certain birthday gifts at birth, those gifts have to be found. They have to be refined. They have to be worked. And over a cycle of time, those gifts and talents and abilities become very valuable in the world. And they solve problems for people in the world. And the world, when you distribute your gifts and talents to the world, says, you're really good, man. We're going to pay you a lot of money for these skills because money changes hands when problems are solved. So when I talk about work as a distribution channel for your talents, a lot of people in the United States wake up every day and they actually go to work or jobs that they hate. Very high percentages of people. I mean, it's like 70, 80%. They wake up and they go to a job and they can't wait to get out of that work, which is called retirement, which means to be taken out of use. And they are no longer distributing their talent through their work. And they say, man, I always wanted to do this. I always wanted to do that. I always wanted to do this, which takes us into regrets that people have at the end of their life. And one of those regrets is a boldness regret. So when you see me doing stuff on remarkable boldness, it's because people have boldness regrets that they didn't do with their life what they were capable of doing when they were capable of doing it. So I want you to think of work as a distribution channel. From the time I was 18 years old to now 48, 30 years, I have been using work to distribute my God-given talents to the world. And first as a women's basketball coach, then as a business coach, now as a specialist at helping people package their intellectual property, activate Pray Drive, build greatness factories. We're starting to talk about confidence factories for kids. So I have been distributing my talents through my work now for 30 years. And I would have to tell you, I've loved it. I've absolutely loved it. So when you're thinking about work and Labor Day, see, right now I'm working, but it don't feel like work. Last night I was doing a webinar. It didn't feel like work. When I'm coaching this week at the Greatness Factory, or when I'm in Philadelphia speaking on Friday, it doesn't feel like work. See, it doesn't feel like work because it's actually a perfect blend of 4 questions. What do you love doing? That's passion. Irresistible belief or motive or action, although passion does also mean to suffer for something you want. What could you be the best in the world at doing? This is talent. This is skill. See, I'm speaking to a group of young people in October, Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and I'm thinking about breaking down the parable of the talents, right? The parable of the abilities and what they do with those abilities. So 2, what could you be the best in the world at? Number 3, where is there a need in the world that you could fulfill with your gifts and talents? And number 4, what is your conscience telling you that you should be doing with your gifts and talents? So when you think about these 4 questions, I ask people like, what do you love doing? And they go, well, I love doing this. And I say, well, what could you be the best at the world at doing? And they say, well, I think I could be really good at this. And I say, well, where is there a need in the world that you could fulfill? And they go, you know what? I've never thought about it that way. Well, that's where you get paid. Money changes hands when problems are solved. And then I ask this question, what are you supposed to be doing? Like there's things when you're quiet on the weekends, when your mind is free, when the neocortex of the brain is involved, when you're processing information, it's like, man, I've always wanted to do that. Like that is what I'm supposed to be doing. Now, in an ideal world, guys, we marry all of these things. So these are 4 questions that I learned from Covey many years ago. And I would tell you, I don't know that I've worked a day in my life after 15, 16, 17, 18 years old. I did pump gas for a period of life. I'm seeing my mom on here, and that was a job that I hated. I did work at a bank for a period of time because I thought the people at the bank made money, but they don't. And then I found basketball. And the minute I found basketball, I go, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And then I started writing books and I started speaking. I go, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. Now I'm getting involved in bigger and bigger plays, but it's still using the same skill and the same talent and the same ability. I'm just distributing that talent in variants and different ways. So on Labor Day today, when most of the world is off, just think about this. You wouldn't need a Labor Day if you love what you're doing, number 1. And you wouldn't need a Labor Day if you took time off from time to time. You rest, you practice, and you play. And you wouldn't need a Labor Day if you woke up and said, man, I can't wait to go help people through using my talents. Now, I just did a course on this called Package Your Purpose. And you would be shocked what comes out when I do Package Your Purpose. People really get down to the nitty-gritty of what their skills and talents are. And they really go, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. And they really get that prey drive activated. And they always leave going, I'm thinking so much bigger today than I was when I came. I have gifts and talents that I am not even using. They're dormant. They're latent. They're undeveloped, Pastor Ken. And nobody is teaching people how to do that. So when I do Package Your Purpose, you need to be there. Now, next step, the next step for you, I'm doing Activate September 26th through the 28th. And let me tell you why this is important. If you want to do what you love doing for a living, get in a room with people who are already doing it. Get in a room with people who are doing what they are supposed to be doing and observe. Learn through observation. Learn by observing. Gosh, man, that dude is so good at what he does. She is so good at what she does. How did they become so passionate about what they do? Because they're using their gifts and talents and distributing those gifts and talents through the vehicle of their work. Work is a distribution channel for talents. So that is my Labor Day message today to you guys. If I'm talking to you, you need to be in a room with me. You need to be in close proximity. You need to come to the Greatness Factor. You need to experience it. You need to see people pursue their dreams so it'll inspire you to pursue your dreams. I'm Coach Michael Burt. You can watch these on YouTube. I believe everybody needs a coach in life. My podcast is under America's Coach. And obviously on Instagram, you can find me everywhere, Coach Michael Burt. Make sure it's the right one. And have a great Labor Day today. Love you.